Well, welcome back to our second episode of Ready Empire.
Shot, dude.
We've had some technical difficulties so far today. We're gonna have to start over.
No.
But we're not gonna discuss the same things twice. I mean, we're not that stupid. We may circle to it at the end of the video.
You guys probably won't see the last video. Just know this is Miller James Walker, professional.
Maybe on the
lover.
Patreon.
Professional.
Yeah.
We may
Lucas
release
Patreon.
that video on the Patreon.
Okay.
For like Christmas or something.
Yes.
That'll be like a behind the scenes.
So this is Lucas Moore,
special cut.
friend, Miller, acquaintance.
Miller
And,
Walker. Okay,
special guest
now
who's
let's calm
always
down.
here, my co-host Brody James Colwell. It's good to see everybody today. Hope we can pique your interest. You know, we've got a lot of nice comments and feedback from the last episode, and what we really need is we need to get this more out there. You know, we need people to share it. We need people to like it. We need comments. If you're watching this, please comment on it. All right.
We need ideas.
Comment
Yes.
ideas, comment what you like, what you don't like.
Last time we had Anthony from Suso. Shout out. He suggested that we rank Harry Potter books, which we probably will towards the end of the video. We had John Sword comment on there, ranking the features of men. We love that.
Fantastic.
We had someone that I don't know. I don't know who posted this, but they're like, Brody and Augie makes my PP go wee. And
yeah.
we love to hear that.
Really insightful comments.
Great
More like
feedback.
that.
So why don't you guys tell us a little about yourself? Lucas, you start.
I'm Lucas Moore.
Why'd you look at me, dude?
So basically, his entire thing is that he lives in the shadows, and we never know where he is, what he does. We'll definitely discuss Boomville in this episode.
Boomville is
We'll have to
Boomville
discuss
will happen.
Boomville.
Oh, God.
Yes, all right, there you go.
My name is Miller James Walker, and I like to say I'm the foundation of this podcast,
he's
almost
lying.
like the glue that keeps us together. And
He's
these
lying.
microphones are provided by me. So I'm kind of permanently a part of this podcast now.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be seeing a lot of me in the future. But
Sadly.
I hope just give me your comments. How I'm looking today. How my hair is.
Okay, we'll cut
Anyway.
it off there.
So last night, Brody Colwell, obviously my co-host,
Of course.
me, Jackson Tawari, Joel Stanley,
Men of
and-
men.
and Lucas Eberhardt, we all got on to play some Minecraft together. Now, here's what I think our different roles were last night. Lucas is the chaotic one because in the first 5 seconds he gets TNT and he makes a road out of TNT, and then the second Brody logs on, he blows up that road like within 5 seconds of getting on. So what possessed you to blow up that road, Brody?
Well, look, I just see TNT, and I think, well, why is it there? Well, TNT is there for either two reasons. One, you gotta blow it up. Or two, it represents something. Lucas was building something I couldn't let him represent because I know that he wanted it to blow up as part of its development of Boomville.
Mhm.
So that's what possessed me. Lucas, I don't know what possessed him to make Boomville
Yeah.
or anything like that, but it was quite
We'll get him
something.
on the podcast probably next episode, and we'll discuss.
All right.
Question, Brody.
Yeah.
You're gone all of fall break, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Yosemite. Come on.
So so
where is that exactly?
it's our podcast. So obviously,
Okay.
so obviously Brody and I won't be able to post for a few days, right?
It's true. Yeah,
So we're gonna obviously release the uncut version probably Saturday, Thursday.
it just
something.
cuts off randomly. You
It
won't know
does.
when.
Yeah.
Let's talk about,
I'll
man.
do some more woodworking videos if you've been following those.
Hey.
And Miller, question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know, why are you so against Pokemon Go?
Okay, well, I have a strong history with Pokemon Go. I used to play it back in 2016
Mm-hmm.
when it
Like
was
everyone.
big,
Yeah.
and it was great. It was fun for what it was. But now that we're in 2024, 8 years later, I have people surrounding me that are still playing the game, thinking that it's still peak, as one of them says, and it's really disgusting almost to see them talking about something called CP, which I don't even want to know what that means.
Combat power.
And, they're talking about their Raichus or something, or like Vaporeon.
Vaporeon.
But listen, the point is that
On YouTube.
the game died years ago, and I invite these friends to a park
Can't kill what's already
Um,
dead. I
to-
invited you.
for a nature walk to enjoy the nature.
We
And
said it was a
you know what
Pokemon
happened
Go
instead?
walk.
3 of them just played Pokemon and walked around. So much so that some random guy who was also there playing Pokemon Go
By himself, he's like 25. Bit suspicious.
showed up and said, "Are you guys also here playing Pokemon Go?" Now I don't know what they were doing, but it was really disturbing. And then we went to McDonald's afterwards. So.
That's pretty fun.
Speaking of McDonald's,
Yes.
Oh,
the Chicken Big Mac
The
Oh
chicken
my.
Big
has
Mac
come out.
is coming out today. When we're going tomorrow to get it,
Yes,
we'll definitely do
sir.
a ranking. We could do a reaction video.
we
Ready,
should
aim,
film.
fire.
We should film it at the McDonald's.
in the McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love that.
See, Ready Aim
They
Fire
would.
isn't just a
We could
podcast, it's an
interview
idea.
It's an expression of
A concept of mine.
yes.
And I'll be here.
It's
for all of it.
Brody's and I's brainchild. Like
Yeah.
we
also
developed
be
it
here.
over
And they are
many
little
years.
sproutings. We
And-
sprouted these.
I like the way you
Aw.
said spread.
Yes. While they may not be in every episode, they sure will
Okay.
be in multiple. Maybe tens of thousands.
Maybe every.
Probably not.
Maybe every.
Miller
Probably
was
not.
dropped when he was a child.
Okay,
He
now,
has half
give me
his
a
brain
break.
malformed.
Okay,
He's a history.
let's
of-
calm down. Okay, I see where this
Take it
podcast
down.
is going, and I
Simmer
want to be a
down.
part of this.
Well,
This is a podcast.
Okay,
okay.
look at the screen
Friends.
while you're talking.
Of friends.
They want to see your face.
No, it's a discussion among
They
groups
really
that we
do.
just happen to be recording. That's
okay,
what the
that's
podcast
true. It's just
is.
raw.
Yes, it's uncut. It's like okay. So the podcast cut off because Brody's low storage, right?
I'd make too many videos.
That's
And
ridiculous.
and
I don't
Miller-
care.
Miller didn't really understand about the no cut policy here.
Miller didn't get it.
Now, the point of this podcast is no cuts. And he's like, we can just cut it together. There's no cuts allowed. So we had to tell him that, you know.
It is a discussion.
It's a
It was a
group-
long, hard
People-
meeting.
Yeah.
But he got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
so
finally
this-
ready
Well-
to back.
I would like to make a statement on this.
I'll allow it.
An unprepared statement that just says that when the camera stopped rolling, I did hear a little something behind the scenes that not only me was saying that we should just put the videos together, but one of the co-hosts of this podcast
Yeah, no one was saying.
Complete lie.
we do not.
he was
we
saying
not condone
we'll just
these
put it.
behaviors.
We'll
We do
just
not
put it
like the
together."
crumbling of the ruins that is our podcast. We do not like the acidote
You're
the
breaking
the
a
acid.
foundation that
We
Listen,
don't like the
I-
acid
but
that
now-
is eating away at our souls.
False
But I
accusations
now
are,
understand. I now understand.
Absurd, quite frankly.
I'm with it.
They're
I'm with it.
they're irresponsible. They're irreligious. They're everything.
See, Miller's learned to develop, and I think he now understands.
I've become a better person because
Well, we're glad to hear that
Yeah,
because
not
you
a
needed
smarter
it.
one.
It's great.
of no, a little bit smarter too. A little bit smarter.
It's
great to hear.
So
We needed
let's go on to the next category. Brody, pull up a random category generator
course,
like we
of
did
course.
last episode if you watched, which I highly encourage that you do.
Lot
Last
of good
time we
topics in there.
discussed the history of clothing, which,
Lebanon.
Amazing.
which to give a brief review, started in 1920. After the war, got a little bit less formal. After World War II, even less formal. And then in the 70s, it really began to take shape into what we have now, which is, filth and rags that we wear instead of nice, proper suits.
Miller has a great
Don't look at me.
example of it in his clothing.
Oh
Filth
my
and
gosh,
rags.
Brody, what is this, bro?
I don't know what
What
you're
is
talking
this?
about.
What is
a
this?
fine
It's
So,
just a gray plain
The
shirt.
Zillow, right?
Gray.
Zillow may actually be the
Color.
creepiest thing that I've ever
Zillow
seen.
is the weirdest thing ever.
The house
Like,
selling?
you just look on there, and why are there pictures of your house from 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Cameras weren't even invented then, and I can prove it too. And so it's like, why would I want to see my house when I didn't live there?
Yeah.
You literally have one of the iPhones from 30 years ago. I don't know what you're
It's
talking
an
about.
iPhone 8, and it works perfectly fine.
No, it doesn't.
Our first video was recorded on this.
It was.
You can barely hear the audio in
not.
it because
The
of
microphones wouldn't even connect to it. It didn't
water
even know
in
it was a
the
phone.
No, it was the AirPods that we were connected to.
It thought it was a Nokia. It couldn't even connect to it. Okay.
I got a problem with AirPods. My ears are shaped in such a way that they just fall out.
That's why you need the big over-the-ear headphones.
Yeah, I don't want to look like a nerd.
Okay,
though.
categories.
Give us your
All right, our category, maybe we'll skip it. Yeah, we did do that last time. 3 times the charm, usually. Our supposed
Thought it was
first
fun.
category, we did, it's movies.
Ooh, just
Okay,
That's a good
number
one.
one movie animated of all time. Miller, go.
Okay.
Animated.
Well, listen. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, that is peak, dude. Now that we're men, one of the greatest songs of all time. And also, dude, the story there. I don't know if you've ever looked at the in-depth story. Okay, it talks about how he's a kid, and they all think he can't be a manager because it's not called kidature. I mean, God.
Yeah, Brody, you want to leave it?
And- anyway, the point is that I really
He's
like it.
laughing hysterically. Had his own jokes.
So point is Miller's not coming back next episode.
I'll be back. I'm staying. Okay. If you like the audio, okay, I'll be here.
Audio is just fine.
And also, I like the Spider-Verse movies. Those are pretty great. Great animated movies. Almost revolutionary, the animation. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you guys
All
seen
right,
it?
have
you're cut off,
that.
pal. You talked for too long.
All right, I'll go next. I would agree with Miller. Spider Verse is a great movie. But me personally, I would have to go with The Incredibles.
That's a good one. That's
Peak
a good one.
movie.
Incredibles is great.
Just say some of the characters in there are a bit exuberant.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should dive
In
into that.
shape and form. Dare I say.
Frozone, great addition, and the villain is just impeccable.
Frozone
Syndrome is just a
Really deserving of a spin-off. Don't know why he never
his
got it.
own movie.
What do you-
and
He
I
barely
will
had any
stand by
screen
that.
time.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous.
So I think Brody and I we have the same answer, right? Best animated movie of all time. Let's say it. 3, 2, 1.
Emperor's New Groove.
See, Kronk. Brody, give us your Kronk.
Give us your Kronk.
Just tell us about the movie in Kronk's voice, please.
Let me. All right, so you say Kronk's New Groove. Kronk's New Groove is a great sequel, but I have to give it
New York.
to Emperor's New Groove. All right, here's why. All right, well, the characters in Emperor's New Groove are excellent. I think Kronk has to take it.
Bro.
But why?
Right.
Right, because he just adds. I'm not even doing the Kronk voice anymore.
It's fine. Keep
He
going.
just adds so much to the movie. He adds comedy, action, sad story.
And I would say Emperor's New Groove easily the most quotable movie of all time.
Honestly,
Probably, yeah.
think about it.
A lot of good
Right, the poison for Cusco, the poison Junction, especially the Go Cusco, Cusco's poison.
Squeak, squeak,
See, Mel hasn't even watched it.
Squeak,
Oh,
squeak,
that's not
squeakity.
true. I have watched
Squeak, squeakity.
I think it's good. It's
You know,
Squeak, squeakity, squeak.
by all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it counts, it doesn't make sense. See, it's just so quotable.
It's so quotable. It's so good. I don't think any other movie will ever be able to
And
top
the conflict resolution is just amazing. Everything about it is just so.
Yzma, one of the
good.
great villains.
Yzma's a great villain. Yzma's a great
But
villain.
also, she's not. We can see where she got troubled in her past, right? All she wanted was the throne, and yet the throne was taken from her. So I feel by an upstart, right, that she cared for and loved her entire life, even if it was slightly, she still loved him, and I feel like that is truly a horrible thing.
See, my only problem with Emperor's New Groove is it feels like for 70% of the movie, there's no plot.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best things about it, though, is that it's a movie that thrives on chaos, right?
Okay. I could, when I do have spare time, I do tend to turn on Emperor's New Groove and just kick off my brain for a minute.
I will say it has the greatest the greatest bit ever. It's my favorite bit. And Brody, what's my favorite bit?
The angel and devil on the shoulder.
It's the funniest form of comedy that I'll ever see.
Yeah, and the fourth wall breaking, while scarce, is also really great addition to the movie. So yeah, that's what I think.
Fantastic.
Fantastic movie. Yeah.
Okay. Great stuff.
So now,
Yes.
usually we don't reach this point where we have nothing.
I mean, I obviously have stuff because
Augie always has stuff.
I can give you some. I
So
can give
you
you
want
some.
to?
Okay.
I have some.
Okay, you go
So
ahead. You go ahead.
Alan Moore, the Alan Moore, just texted me.
Oh,
He said,
wow.
"You went to the wrong aim. You're marked as absent for McClellan." And here's what I'll say about that: is
Detention.
detention.
Yes.
Oh,
When I checked, when I got to aim, Brody, you'll vouch for me, right?
I will vouch. Yeah, he had it. On
I
his
had
own.
a Hagedorn on it,
Yeah.
so I think it doesn't matter. Live and let live.
So yeah,
it's
he's gonna
fall
get
break.
detention for that.
But
It's fall break, so I don't really care. I'll just leave.
you could just leave. Yeah. I've got something we can talk about
Yeah, what
if
up?
you
Yeah,
want.
Miller, go for it.
So there's some stuff going on in Florida right now.
Here we go.
that was the last episode.
And I just had a question. No, I just had
No,
a question.
you didn't watch it, so we're not allowed to talk.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Would you be one of the people that stays and fights with your home on like a kayak?
We discussed
in the
this
water?
last episode. If a hurricane were to come at me, I'd look it in the eye and I'd go stop, and then
And
turn
it would
around
stop.
and hit Japan. We already discussed this,
Okay,
Miller.
why
Augie
Japan?
has infinite power.
Yeah.
Why'd you-
We should all know this.
Great.
So Brody's an addict to his phone, as we know.
Yeah.
It is a real problem.
Snapchat. all the
Instagram
girls.
Reels, he just won't stop. It's
He really
actually
won't.
painful. It's disgusting.
It's horrible, really.
You need to delete that app. Nothing good comes from it.
No,
Nothing.
I know that.
Name one good thing that comes from Instagram.
James Chaplin.
Who now?
The car crash videos.
Oh, those are pretty great.
Yeah.
The oiled up
Okay,
heck
so-
man that Brody sends me every
Whoa.
single day without fail.
Is that true, Brody Cole?
I can either confirm or deny these accusations that are coming towards
The
me.
allegations are true.
The allegations are
wow.
false.
Okay.
I will be getting a lawyer.
I can show you.
Are you pleading the fifth right now?
I'm pleading the fifth.
I'm pleading the third.
I plead in the 7th.
Okay, let's calm down. I don't like
Plead
these
the
numbers.
first. I plead the 5th of Jack. All right. So
If we were to fight 100 Miller Walkers, all three of us, and we all have metal baseball bats, would we be able to come out on top?
Yes,
win.
so easily.
what?
Probably
I
not.
think you yourself could. Brody.
One of me.
Okay.
I think one of me could take 1,000 Miller Walkers.
And
I
you
just
even
don't
You know,
even
actually,
need
actually,
that.
take the baseball bat away from me. Give it to all the Miller Walkers.
I think we.
Yeah, you
can
don't
take
even
it
need
easily.
the baseball bat. You have a baseball
There's
bat.
something you're missing.
See, if you guys
What,
want
what are we missing, Mal?
Here's something you're missing. Okay, the hair.
The hair doesn't just doesn't
It
do
can
for me.
block literally.
I'll hit you somewhere else then.
Yeah.
No, dude,
There's
I'll just go
100
like
other body
that.
parts.
Okay.
See, if you guys aren't aware, I actually have a metal bar in my chest that I can. There's a lever back here that I can click to eject it at any moment
Yeah.
to summon a blade.
But isn't that just one power?
It is his greatest.
Yes, but it will kill me instantly. But it's also really cool. Miller has
Isn't
no
that a disability?
shining attributes. He can't run.
Actually,
in track and field, I
can't
very
run,
much so.
can't walk that well.
Can't
He's
throw
if
he
this
has
is
natural
known,
athleticism though,
Can't see him in the
I'm
dark.
50% Jamaican. Okay, so
American
I
Canadian.
actually have.
and he's Canadian.
I have Usain Bolt in me. Okay.
He's you saying Bolt and you Miller.
Okay, well, you made that weird. I can run extremely fast.
Yeah, okay.
Faster than any of these bozos here, especially
It's just not
ultimate
true.
frisbee
Well, I am actually
tournament
the Flash.
guy over here.
I'm the Flash.
Which, speaking of Flash,
Speaking
Flash is peak, and I think we need to discuss it in a later
The
episode.
newest.
well, we
Flash
talked about it
was
last
really
episode.
bad.
Let's take a break from it. You know, we talked about it.
DeVoe in a little,
Uh-huh.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, about how DeVoe is like the dumbest villain.
He really is.
So, if you had to choose one moment in time to go back to, what would you choose?
Why are you looking at me?
Because
Is-
you're
is
usually
it
the
me?
one who has thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just carrying this podcast on my back. Okay, well, I would probably
You're
go
not.
back to the Titanic. And why would I do that? It's simple.
You're suicide.
Because I would warn them. I would warn them. So many
What are they
innocent.
gonna do?
So many.
Who cares?
No, an hour before I'd say, "Hey, watch out! There's an iceberg coming up." They turn a little bit to the left. So many innocent people are alive.
Didn't you see the movie? They tried that.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't. They did it last moment.
Someone went
Because
back in time
what's
and
his
helped.
name? Jack or something. God, and he got in that door, and
It was debris.
it was a door.
Tell me,
it was
Miller,
debris.
what would it matter if
Someone's
they
the
actually
movie.
lived? Like, what would actually
would-
come from that?
There would be hundreds of people alive.
We have
But
hundreds of
the
people more
Titanic-
alive right now.
The
But those
Titanic is
kids-
one of the
are you
most.
saying that those
The
kids should have
Titanic
died
was
on
a
the
canon
Titanic?
event.
You can
Yes,
quote
no,
me.
no.
I don't care that those
The
kids died on
Titanic,
the Titanic.
the Titanic was a canon event, Miller.
It
You
was a
can't just
canon event.
go and change.
So are you
Goes
telling me
history.
if you had the power to go back and stop 9/11,
I would stop
would you
Boomtown.
do it?
I would stop Boomtown. From
That's
being
a
created.
tragedy.
It could start World War III if we just move the Titanic boat. Do you understand?
Okay,
the
so
butterfly effect?
where would you go back to then, Brody?
Where would I go back? Well, it's quite easy to say. 1996.
Don't
Anytime
say
in
it.
that time period.
When JFK was.
Oh, well, you see that I was not involved in that.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
say it now.
I don't
I was
think
not
anyone
involved
was
in
saying
any
you were involved in
assassinations
that.
at all.
By all accounts, this doesn't make sense.
So, what do we think about the JFK assassination?
Back and to the left.
Back and to the left, like
Yeah.
Alan Haggard, and I think that's a good place to end it. Back and to the left.
back to the left.
Back and to the left.
Ready,
So it's Ready,
yeah.
Aim, Fire. Another
Ready,
great
Aim, Fire.
episode.
Ready and fire! Ready and fire! I'm gonna be here forever. I'm a part of this podcast. now. I am part of this
definitely is
podcast.
not.
I own part of it.
Remember
Yeah.
to leave comments. Leave comments.
Hey,
We
tell me
love-
you love me. Say you love me, and I'll be able to say. If you say you love me.